Bread. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? You what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey! What makes you? Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Haha, glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll get as good as me someday. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem yesterday. From yesterday.
Huh? You think so?
Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type.
Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. You know what, Haruto? You're a little unnecessary.
Get rectified.
But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way.
Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here.
So this part shouldn't be too long yet. Alright. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her.
Wow.
One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Wow! Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people recognize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything.
Oh yeah, because people look down on her because she reads manga. Which isn't fair, like, that's
manga
dumb.
is actually really cool.
I love manga, yeah.
I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy?
Exactly. See, this is why Natsuki is my second favorite. Because she's like down to earth and straight to the point, but also she's like really cute and she has a good message.
I know, I love her, but I like Sayori better.
Yeah, I do too, but you know. I'm trying not to pick favorites, but we love Sayori.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there is a good message to take away from it.
That's actually a good philosophy to have.
Yeah, it is. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it.
Awesome. This is getting really long. Alright, let's just go down the list. Is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Haruto. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I'm happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Yuri? I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I would probably just do a terrible job. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind. It likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings.
She's so elegant!
Yeah, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh yeah, her handwriting is a little hard to read. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. To bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic... I don't know what... Oh, Pavlovian. Pavlovian.
It's hard to read her handwriting.
Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did it? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Yeah, actually, I am a good listener. I don't know if Haruto is here, but I certainly am. Alright, Monica, finally, this episode is too long! Too freaking long! Hi again, Haruto. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Alright! It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayuri, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... Haha, I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. Hey, the oven beeping. There goes our Pavlov. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. I know what this poem is about. Okay.
I know what it's about too!
Ah! Okay, yeah. You've never seen the game before, but I've told you about it.
Well, I've seen the game, just not this part. I haven't gotten this far.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've been watching Mark play it, so...
Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. I haven't watched him play it yet, because I want to finish this series first. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Haha. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. Yeah, it's actually pretty artistic.
She's like so mature.
Yeah, the way she spaced out her words. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I actually really like Monica.
Yeah.
Wink. Anyway. Yeah, shh, that's spoilers.
Spoilers.
It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. See. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Is that foreshadowing? Probably.
Guys, I didn't mean to gag.
No, this is a perfectly normal, dating simulator visual novel, guys. Nothing crazy is ever going to happen.
Never.
I swear. It could never happen.
Nothing.
What, you don't believe me or something?
Nothing could go wrong.
Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
I feel like she just broke the fourth wall because she said make sure to save your game.
Well, I mean, it's normal for characters to remind you to save your game, but then they don't go back and like, haha, what am I talking about? Save what game? Yeah, I actually prefer it when characters are just like, save your game and that's it, because the player understands what that means, and then they can just move on. So it's not necessarily breaking the fourth wall, it's just when she questioned herself, you know? Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? You know what? I'm gonna cut it off here. Doing my next video. The last video is gonna be a nightmare. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing.
Performing?
Monica... Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's become a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those patterns up.
Posters.
Did you? Sorry, why did I say pattern?
I don't know.
Putting those posters up. Did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki, for once. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Oh boy.
Guys?
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new
You can't talk today, Lexi.
I know! Horizons. Please. Next!
Do you need me to kick you out of the room?
Next! Having fun!
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but... okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? I guess I don't really have a choice.
That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Ha, of course. Now, let's see.
That laugh sounded really forced. You were like, ah, ah, ah,
Did it really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not really thinking about it too hard. There was this, oh my gosh, you've probably seen this already, I'm sure, but like in the first episode, I read an entire, like, whole lines of dialogue, like this whole wall of text, and then I was like, wait, what did I even just read?
Oh!
I didn't even process any of that. I read it out loud, but I don't...
You didn't even know what happened.
Yeah. It's not really that important.
You sound like that guy in SpongeBob that's like, oh!
Oh! Oh yeah, the dolphin guy.
Yeah, that guy. You were like, oh! That was awesome, dude. Awesome.
Alright, anyway.
Enough of that.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. We're certainly making this an interesting series.
Oh yeah.
Their confident voice feels blah blah.
You've been through quite a lot.
Yeah.
That was so good, Monica!
Ha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayuri? I'll go next.
What? You're fired up all of a sudden.
This poem is called...
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Hey, it doesn't seem so much effort. Basically, it's just like they're reading it really well. Basically. Everyone's stunned. Alright. We're applauding. So caught off guard, we must have forgotten. Yeah, you know that thing where it's like, you did so well that people actually forget to applaud?
Yeah, people are like, mouths, like, jaws open, just like,
That happened one time at this, like, do you remember the storytelling festival at, like,
Yeah?
there was this one time this lady was there. Yeah, I'm gonna tell a story in the middle of this Let's Play.
Go ahead!
I already skipped all this text. So, there was this lady who was telling a story about a catfish that she was going out and trying to catch with her uncle. The only problem is their bait was faulty, so they couldn't use the fishing lines. So, her uncle was like, alright, we're gonna do this my way. And so, he reaches his hand into the water and puts his fingers, like, inside the fish, like, in its mouth, hooks onto it, and then pulls it out of the water with his bare hands. And what? Yeah, and then what happened was like he did that so hard at some point that it turned a fish inside out, and now the inside out fish is still roaming the ocean, looking for its next victim.
Probably dead by now.
Yes, definitely, but it's just a story, you know? So then after she finished the story, the entire audience was in awe. Like, I felt my jaw drop, like my mouth was open, I was just staring, like everybody else. And then she was like, that was the end. Clap. And we were like, oh, okay. And then we started clapping.
Yeah, we totally forgot. Whoa!
Yeah, I applauded extra loud for her. So
continue.
Yeah, that's what just happened. So Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Alright, there she goes.
Okay. I guess I'm next then. This one's called My Meadow.
Yay.
Sorry, I giggled.
That's so cute. Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reading it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Soft voice, makes a perfect match. Serene and bittersweet, not aimless. Awesome.
Skip it all, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much.
Did it!
She did it really well. Good job, Sayori.
Even Haruto liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind you, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing.
Wait, I just realized something.
What?
Sayori and Monica have almost the same hair color.
They do.
I don't know why I never noticed that.
Hers is just very...
yeah, Sayori's is just a little bit lighter.
Monica's slightly darker.
Yeah, and Monica's is almost entirely chestnut brown, but Sayori's is like very slightly pink.
Yeah. Alright,
this is cute. Also, I love Sayori's eyes and Monica's eyes.
Uh-huh.
And Henry's eyes and Natsuki's eyes. I like all their eyes.
Continue.
Anyway.
It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay!
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
That's me.
Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot.
Don't make me go before Haruto. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Haruto lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it.
Whoa. Oh, burn.
Jeez! Natsuki!
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. Alright. Hello, everybody. I think I love Sayori's eyes the most, though, just because they're my favorite color. They're that bright sky blue.
I really like Yuri's eyes.
Yeah.
Wait, can I cite a poem that your Haruto said?
Sure.
The end. That was the entire poem.
I'm in awe, Alexi. I'm in awe like Shia LaBeouf. Anyway.
Lol,
Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, it's me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going.
Going to Miss Honeybird's poem.
The poem was called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem was called Jump.
Oh my god!
That's a dad's favorite song.
Yeah, he still has it as his alarm in the morning.
Yeah, he
Still,
always loves
after
it.
all these years.
It's been like 40 years.
Yeah, seriously.
He's old. No, just kidding.
Yeah, it would just be funny if that was just her poem. Sour attitude, was still unenthused. Trademark style, bounce up and down. Everyone applauds. Hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for...
That's me!
I'm just gonna... Bye, everybody.
Easy for you to say. Wait, no one's there to click the button!
I wasn't gonna actually leave.
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
Oh, I see. I think I see what she means.
Me too. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Same.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. Imagine someone trying to play this game with dyslexia.
Wow.
And talking as fast as I am. Yeah, I'm actually a really good reader, so I'm lucky for that. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day!
I can't wait!
I can do this. I can do this. Alright! I'll stand up. Same enthusiasm. For the sake of the club and impressing Monica, I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri?
Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Haruto. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already.
LOLXD!
Walk home with Sayuri. It's only been a few days, but things have already changed. Sayuri's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayuri.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
She's cute. Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayuri fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh? What
would you do?
Sorry, I thought that was...
Hey, it's perfect. She's stumbling. I stumble. Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant. What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh, this is a choice. I would walk with Sayuri, of course. I mean, couldn't we walk home with both of them? But yeah. Sayuri, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Haruto. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Oh boy. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayuri to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? This has been going on for far too long. I don't even know how I'm going to break up this episode. But this is too long. Okay, so...
I did already.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement.